This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. We're also very proud to be part of the Real Estate Radio Network. That is a national network of local real estate professionals delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions. Well, John's one of our partners at the Brown Blankfeld Group. And John, I know that you do a lot of deals with new homes of late. Tell us about that. Tell us about new homes, what's going on out there.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd love to say that most realtors like listings. I like listings, of course, but on the other hand, I really love working with
John
buyers.
likes working with buyers.
It's such a nice, happy occasion,
Yeah.
when someone's buying a home, especially if it's their first home. Mm-hmm. And lately, especially the past couple of months, we've been selling a lot of new homes.
New homes, yeah.
Yeah. And the message that I want to get out there to the buyers is that the on-site agents, they work for the seller, the builder.
Mm-hmm.
They work for the builder. And you should have representation by having your own realtor as your buyer's representative, because first of all, we have a lot of relationships with a lot of the on-site agents because we've worked with them in the past. Mm-hmm. And we know what might be available as far as incentives. If you don't use Kari, which I would highly recommend,
Right.
but the developers have preferred lenders, and they might pay closing costs or give you some assistance towards paying your closing costs. Mm-hmm. We know that they might be in a hurry to meet a deadline on the number of homes that they're selling for that month or for the year end. And you might get some flooring incentives or some upgrades, some money towards putting some new upgrades into the house.
And a lot of times you'll go out there, John, you'll see what they call standing inventory, and that's when we really can shine, because a lot of buyers don't realize, but the builders will deal. They'll do a deal for you. Now, they have limitations. When you go to a builder and the base price of a home is $275,000, but they put $100,000 worth of improvements in it, it's listed at $375,000. They can't go below base ever, because the neighbors would have a fit. All the neighbors already paid that price, and so they're going to maintain a level of parity. But a lot of those improvements that they put in that house, you can probably get them thrown in for nothing. That's what happens sometimes. Now, depends on the market, depends on the subdivision, depends on the timing. Timing is always a critical thing with new homes, isn't it, John?
And the seller's urgency to move their inventory.
That's it.
Yeah, so they can build more homes.
Like you said, if they've got a quota to meet, sometimes you just get a good deal. They'll knock an extra $5,000 off the price. So, John, when you're working with a buyer on a new home, give us an example of some of the things that happen in that process about buying a new home. Let's talk about that.
Well, I do have a unique quality of listening to people. So that's my first initial meeting. I want to know what you want,
right?
What kind of features you want, what area of town that you want to be in, and then I do the research of all the different home communities in the area that they want to be in, and the square footage that they want in their price range. Mm-hmm. So I take all the legwork out, for the buyer.
Because we have a database of properties we can search for them. Right?
Yes, and we're very familiar with most of the communities as well. So then I'll call the agent that I know on site, and so they expect us to arrive, and I've already talked to them about what they're looking for, whether it's a standing inventory or a site to build, and I go there and we sit down and
and then you lend your expertise through the process.
Exactly.
We're not there to pick the color of paint that they want, but we're there to help them to decide where value might be and maybe not.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with host Harvey Blankfeld. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.